There's a group of muscles in a man's body that most guys never learn about. Not your chest, not your arms, not your six-pack. It's your pelvic floor, a sling of muscles stretching from your pubic bone to your tailbone. These are the hidden muscles that control your bladder, support your prostate, and power your performance in the bedroom. I'm Dr. Mina Malik, a urologist and pelvic surgeon. And today, we're talking about Kegel exercises. Yes, you heard that right. They're not just for women. If you've struggled with bladder control, lost sensitivity during sex, or just don't feel as strong as you used to, this is where your journey begins. In this video, we'll cover what Kegel exercises really are, why science proves they work, who should be doing them, and who absolutely shouldn't, and most importantly, how to do them right with step-by-step guidance from pelvic floor therapist Eric Leckie. This isn't a magic trick, but if you understand your body and train it the right way, the results can change everything. Think of your body like a building. Your brain is the control room, your heart is the engine, but your pelvic floor, that's the foundation. And when it weakens, everything above it starts to collapse. Key in men, the pelvic floor is a bowl-shaped group of muscles that supports the bladder, prostate, and rectum. At the center of it is the pubococcygeus muscle, the PC muscle, and it's in charge of controlling your urine, bowel movements, and yes, your orgasms. The problem, like any other muscle, if you don't train it, it gets weak. And when it's weak, you lose control. You leak urine. You finish too fast. You can't stay hard. You can't hold it in. Most men never hear about this, but medical research is clear. A weak pelvic floor is behind most performance problems after age 35. That's where Kegels come in. They're not some flashy workout. They're internal strength training, the kind that teaches you to switch on a muscle you didn't even know you had and take back control from the inside out. You don't need supplements. You need to reactivate the part of your body that actually does the work. There's something most men don't want to admit. Your performance doesn't drop because you're getting older. It drops because you've stopped training the right muscles. Science backs this up. In 2005, a randomized controlled study looked at 55 men with erectile dysfunction. Half were trained in pelvic floor exercises combined with biofeedback, meaning they learned how to feel and control those hidden muscles. The other half just got lifestyle advice. After 3 months, the exercise group had significantly improved erections, and after 6 months, 40% had completely regained full sexual function without pills. That's not all. They also reduced something most men hate talking about: post-urination dribble. You know, when you zip up and there's still something left, this tells us one thing. If your performance is slipping, it's not the end. It's a signal your body is asking you to rebuild something you've been ignoring for too long. But let's be real. Kegels aren't a shortcut. They're just like going to the gym. If you skip reps or train the wrong muscle, you won't see progress. And if you expect instant results, you'll quit. Power comes back, but only if you earn it. If ED is not being able to start, premature ejaculation is not being able to hold the game, and the root cause behind both is the same: a weak pelvic floor. In 2019, researchers analyzed 10 clinical trials on pelvic floor training for male sexual dysfunction. The results? All 5 ED trials reported significant improvement. One study showed a 47% cure rate when Kegels were combined with biofeedback or electrical stimulation for premature ejaculation. One study found that 55% of men were completely cured. Another showed the average time before ejaculation jumped from 39.8 seconds to 146, 2 seconds. This isn't marketing. These are cold, hard numbers, backed by real people who trained real muscles. When your pelvic floor is strong, you don't just hold urine, you hold control over your body's most powerful reflex. So don't blame age. Don't blame stress. Blame the fact that you've never trained the muscle responsible for your timing, your strength, and your ability to finish on your terms. The fix starts here, starts with you. After a man has prostate surgery, the biggest fear isn't the scar, it's the sound of dripping. Urinary leakage after a prostatectomy is common. Sneezing, lifting, even laughing can cause it, and it hits harder than most expect. It doesn't just inconvenience you, it chips away at your confidence, your presence, your masculinity. That's why doctors prescribe Kegel training as one of the first post-op treatments, sometimes even before medication. Why? Because studies have shown that doing these exercises can drastically reduce leakage within 24 hours, but there's a catch. Those who got trained by a pelvic floor therapist had much faster and better results than those who went at it alone. It's the same reason you don't just walk into the gym and start deadlifting without a coach. You'll target the wrong muscles, or worse, hurt yourself. Kegels must be done precisely. No clenching your abs, no squeezing your glutes. It's a deep, focused activation. Healing after surgery is a journey, and your pelvic floor is the foundation that helps you stand again physically and mentally. You don't need to walk that journey alone. Most men have no idea what truly drives their orgasm. They think it's mental, or hormonal, or just luck on a good night. But biology tells a different story. When you climax, your pelvic floor muscles contract rhythmically. That's what creates that pulsing sensation. But if those muscles are weak, the sensation fades fast, shallow, unsatisfying. The stronger those muscles are, the stronger, deeper, and more intense your release becomes. And while science hasn't yet poured millions into researching Kegels and orgasmic intensity, and clinicians and patients alike agree, stronger pelvic floor equals better sensation, better control, better everything. It's like discovering a switch in your body that you never knew existed, and for the first time, learning how to turn it on fully. You don't need a new body. You just need to finally take command of the one you already have. Let's be clear, Kegels are powerful, but like any tool, they can help or hurt depending on who's using them. So who should be doing them? Men with erectile dysfunction, men with premature ejaculation, men with post-surgery urine leakage, men who feel disconnected from their performance or control. If you're in those groups, this could be your missing link. But now, let's talk about the red flags. If you have chronic pelvic pain or genital discomfort, if orgasms, erections, or ejaculation cause pain, if you've had long-term constipation or bloating, if you experience intense urgency, frequency, or incomplete emptying when you pee, if you recently had a urinary tract infection or surgery, stop. Don't jump into Kegels yet. You may have pelvic floor dysfunction where the muscles are already too tight, inflamed, or unbalanced. Doing Kegels in this case could make things worse. Being smart isn't about doing more. It's about knowing when to pause and ask the right questions. You can't train a muscle you don't feel, and you definitely can't feel it if you don't know where it is. That's why pelvic floor therapist Eric Leckie breaks it down step by step with zero guesswork. Sit on the edge of a chair. Let your penis and scrotum hang freely. Use your index and middle finger to gently lift your scrotum. Place them on the soft tissue between your testicles and anus, your perineum. Now close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. At the end of that exhale, imagine you're stopping the flow of urine midstream. What do you feel? A slight lift, a flicker, maybe a boule under your fingertips. That's your pelvic floor. That's the muscle we're after. Still not feeling it. Try this instead. Visualize walking into freezing ocean water. As the icy wave hits your scrotum, everything instinctively sucks in. That's the reflex. Now recreate it voluntarily. Say it to yourself. Lift your nuts to your guts. Hold, then let go. That's your internal switch. And now you're learning to flip it. Let's get something straight. More reps doesn't mean more results. Quality is everything. If you're a beginner, here's your exact game plan. Start lying down, not sitting, not standing. Why? It removes distractions. You won't accidentally squeeze your abs or glutes. It forces isolation and awareness. Begin with 10 flick reps per session. No holding, just a clean switch, on, off. Do this 3 times a day. Morning, midday, night. Each time, breathe in, exhale completely. Engage, release. Feel the flick. Don't force it. Think of it like flipping a light switch, not flexing a bicep. Warning signs you're doing it wrong. You're squeezing your abs, thighs, or butt. You feel tension, pain, or strain in the pelvis. You hold your breath too long or feel dizzy. This isn't about showing off. It's about connecting with a part of your body no one taught you to control. Until now, your strength as a man doesn't lie in your shoulders, or your bench press, or your biceps. It lies in what you can control, silently, fully, and without panic. And the truth, most men have never been taught how Kegels aren't a trend. They're not a hack. They're a way back to something most of us lost without even realizing: control, stability, confidence. You don't need pills. You don't need to wait and see. You need to act smart, slow, and consistently. So start now, not next month, not when things get worse. Now, if you found this valuable, subscribe, because you deserve to understand your body, not fear it. Check the description for more advanced tutorials from Eric Leckie. If you've tried Kegels or have questions about performance, drop a comment. We read everything, because real strength doesn't start in the mirror, it starts in silence. And this time, it starts with you.